Are you tired of leading prospects to the close only to hear them say, "It's too expensive," or "I need to talk to my partner"? Want to know how to confidently close more sales for your business without being pushy? Anna Scheller, host of Sales Mastery on the amazing Women of Power radio station and author of the book Black Belt Selling, can show you how. She's helped hundreds of entrepreneurs understand their sales system and make more money. Black Belt Selling is a tailored coaching system to equip you with the mindset, process, and know-how to generate more leads, set more appointments, and close more sales with confidence. To find out more, book a free 30-minute consult by going to her website, www.annascheller.com, and click the Book a Free Consultation in the corner. Just go to annascheller.com and book your free consult today.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, encouraging you to listen to Raven, the talk show Maven. She will bring out your greatness. She will motivate you and inspire you to live your dreams rather than your fears. If you would like to learn how to do talk shows or interviews, make sure you call on Raven, the talk show Maven. Why? Because she knows it. She can teach you the ropes. She can bring out your personality. She will teach you the things that you need to know that will accelerate your success. Make sure you call on her, Raven, the talk show Maven, if you want to learn how to do a talk show or interview people and all the things you need to do to become successful. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Ladies and gentlemen, time to turn it up. We've got more exciting guests, more fun, and more surprises. So, welcome back to the Talk Show Maven Tonight Show with celebrity interviewer, award-winning host, the queen of interview marketing and conversion, Raven Blair Glover.
Get ready for Les Brown. I'm just so excited to have him here. I always say, who motivates the motivator? Even myself, I have those times when I'm down and I'm like, okay, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? And I know you guys have those moments too. So what we're hoping tonight is that you would be able to go ahead and get empowered, fully empowered from hearing Les Brown. So you're going to hear his answer on this. I started off talking to Les about, how did he hold on? I mean, he's gone through, cancer and all the stuff that he's gone through, but he's still, no matter, whenever I see him, his spirits is still up. You guys see him on Facebook, his spirits is always still up. And so we talked about that, and this is what he had to say.
He calmed me down. He allowed me to get centered and grounded. And I just kept saying to myself, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. And I went out and I did. We all have to say that. And sometimes we have to encourage ourselves as well as have external encouragement, because things are going to happen. Forrest Gump was right. He said life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes life will catch you on the blind side and drop you to your knees. And it's during those times that we have to begin to reach for the things that get us through the storms of life.
Absolutely.
We have to get still and to remind ourselves He'll never leave us nor forsake us during those times that we have to stop ourselves and understand and know that greater is He that is in you than he that's in the world.
You are so right. I really, really love that. And I resonate with your message because I know when things was going really bad for my mom, and I was in that chapel, and the voice inside me said, you use the power of your voice and go out there and interview people that have gone through the stuff and help people like you. Because at that time, I was 55, making $10 an hour, working 20 hours a week. I didn't know where I was going or how to get there. And so I plugged into people like you and Alex Mendozian and Cynthia Kersey. And I remember being at the hospital and listening to your voice and listening to you share the story about your friend Boo and how he had took that cookbook to the grave with him. He never did it. And that was like a wake-up call for me because I knew that before I could help my mom, I need to help myself. And hearing those words were so empowering. So I just want to pause this interview real quick and thank you because you are one of the few masters, the handful that got me through that tough time. And I don't know what I would have done without hearing your words and hearing those stories of encouragement. So from my heart to yours, thank you so much. I really appreciate what you've done.
You're welcome. And you receive that which you give on a regular basis because that's who you are. As much as you have chosen this path, you were chosen for this path. It's in you, and it's what you're supposed to do. You have answered the call. And because you have, you are giving people hope because you have. People who have hope know that gives you power in the present and the future. So thank you for accepting the call on your life. God is using you as a vessel to bring light where there's darkness.
Absolutely. I remember when Mother got better, Les, I let her listen to the interview I did with you back in, I think it was 2008 on Careers from the Kitchen Table. You and I were talking about starting your own business. And this is the sign I knew she had gotten better. Because afterwards I said, so Mom, what do you think? And guess what she said, Les? She said, didn't I used to whip your butt for sneaking to the radio station? You still sneaking down there? I knew she got better then.
Absolutely. She sounds just like Mamie Brown. Yeah. You know, there's nothing as beautiful. Aretha Franklin had a song years ago on Columbia Records. And the title of it was, There's Nothing as Beautiful as a Mother's Love.
I know.
And I played that. I was doing a radio program. This is in the 1980s in Columbus, Ohio. It was a Sunday morning. And my mother, she did not mince her words. And I called her and I was emotionally moved by the song. And I called her and I said, Mama, I just want to call you and tell you how much I love you and how much I appreciate the fact that you adopted us. I said, how do you feel? And she was in Miami, and that day it must have been like 105 degrees. She said, child, I'm sweating like a whore in church. I said, Mama, you're on the air. She said, you know how they sweat when they go to church? I had the phones lit up. People were cracking up. One guy said he ran into a telephone booth. He was laughing so hard.
There's no controlling mamas. Yeah.
My mother was something else. Absolutely.
She sure was. Because you know what? I remember I was living in Cleveland, Ohio then. And were you running for Congress or something in Ohio?
I ran for the Ohio legislature.
Yeah.
Yes. And so I was elected to 3 terms.
I
And then
remember.
my 3rd term, my mother was diagnosed with breast cancer. So I resigned. I gave up my political ambitions. I was going to go for the Senate, then for Congress, and then statewide office. But I enjoyed politics, but I love my mama. I'm a mama's boy. And so I went back home to take care of her. She was 78 at the time. She passed at 89. But I fulfilled my dream and goal of buying her 4 different homes.
Wow.
This woman was just an incredible person. She only had a 3rd grade education. She worked for wealthy families on Miami Beach, and we wore the hand-me-down clothes of the children that she kept. She cooked for those families, and we ate the food that was left over. And one of the things I always felt that I'm on this call because of 2 women. One gave me life, The other one gave me love.
Oh.
God took me out of my biological mother's womb and placed me in the heart of my adopted mother. And so that's why when I had a talk show in 1992, I would always end it by saying, "This has been Mrs. Mamie Brown's baby boy. Let the record show." My personality is exactly like hers.
Oh, I remember that so well. And I remember that she did the commercial for you, or at the end. Remember she?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, well, one of the things that happened when I was running for office, everybody said there was no way I could win because I was a disc jockey on the radio and I was very controversial and doing editorials on police brutality before it was popular in the 80s. And so they fired me. And I went to the radio station. It was on a Friday. And a guy named Horace Perkins, he said, "Brown, what are you going to do?" And I thought for a moment. I said, "Oh, I'll call my mother." And he said, "Why?" I said, "You used to talk about Mama on the air all the time, and I'm just too self-conscious to come on the air and say, 'Hi, this is Les Brown. I want you to vote for me.'" I said, "I'm going to have my mother use her voice to influence people." And so I called her and I said, "Mama, I need you to say something for me." She said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm running for state representative." She said, "What mess are you in now?" She said, "I don't have time for that." I said, "I'll give you $500. She said, "Okay, you better sit in Western Union." So she came on the air. She said, "Hello, this is Mrs. Mamie Brown. When I raised my boys, I raised them to be good boys. When they got out of hand, I beat their behinds. Please vote for my son. He's a good boy."
I remember that so well.
1,000 votes to my opponent, a 22-year incumbent who had defeated 3 different attorneys.
Wow.
I got 26,000 votes to his 3,000. Yes.
My goodness.
For me.
She sure did. I remember that commercial, boy. And it was different. It was unique. Still up to today, nobody has had a commercial like that. So that was fantastic. Do you feel like you began to step into your greatness before your radio days or after your Congress? When do you really feel like you were leading down that greatness path?
I think I'm on the path. I don't think I have manifested, even at this age of 72, the greatness that I have within me. I have not given my best speech. I haven't trained the great speakers that I have it within myself to do. We learn, we earn, we pass it on. I believe that at this place where I am, there's a Russian author, Leo Tolstoy, and he said, "As I face inevitable death, what is the purpose and meaning of my life that will not be undone or destroyed after I'm gone?" And so I'm working and building on my legacy now, as well as looking at stepping into that next level that I believe that will challenge me and stretch me and allow me to manifest my greatness in this area. I believe that what I've done thus far is only a tip of the iceberg of what's possible. But with other voices like yours and various people that I've had the opportunity to influence, I believe that we can take it to another level. A lady flew from Australia to meet with me in Fort Lauderdale, where we have the Les Brown Institute. And she said, "I want you to teach me how to speak from my heart." And I said, "Why did you select me? You're wealthy. You have many choices. Why did you come all the way from Australia to Fort Lauderdale to me?" She said, "I saw you on YouTube and you speak from your heart. I want to speak like you." And then I said, "What is your why? Why do you want to do this?" And she said, "When I saw Dale and Ruth standing in court before a judge, and he was being charged with killing 9 black people in a church," she said, "I felt that there should have been someone else standing to his right who had poisoned his mind, who had spoken to him, who had gotten in his head." And she said, "I believe the world is as it is, not because a few people are violent." She said, "I believe the world is as it is because too many people are silent."
Ooh,
And
that's
when
strong.
she said that gave me goosebumps. I began to cry. We both did together. And so now, to me, my goal is to multiply the voices that are silent out there, like I was silent for 14 years because I didn't believe that because I don't have a college education and I never worked for a major corporation, I didn't believe that I could compete with people with PhDs and MBAs. I had a tremendous inferiority complex because I don't have a college education. And so Mike Williams, who wrote the book, The Road to Your Best Stuff, he helped me to get through that. He said, Les, sometimes you have to believe in somebody's belief in you until your belief kicks in. I believe that you can do that. I believe that you can compete with the best of them. And those words, that meant so much to me. I had him in such high regard. He was a speaker that I followed, and I admired him on his content and delivery. And when he said that to me, that meant a lot, and I decided to go for it.
Wow, and we are all glad you did. Hey, everyone, if you're just tuning in, this is Raven Blair Glover, Raven, the talk show Maven, and you're tuned into the Talk Show Maven Tonight show. Our guest tonight is the one and only Les Brown. And Les Brown and I are talking about greatness because, right, Les, you have greatness within you.
Absolutely. And when you're pursuing your greatness, you don't know what your limits are, so you act like you don't have it. My mother would say, put that in your pipe and smoke.
And I'm telling you, I'm smoking now for sure. One of the things that you also became world renowned famous on is saying, you got to be hungry.
Yes. You got to be hungry. You know, the average immigrant who comes to the United States, the studies indicate they have a 4-time greater chance of becoming independently wealthy, of purchasing a home, or having their own business because they're hungry. People that are hungry are willing to do the things today others won't do in order to have the things tomorrow others won't have. The average American believes and focuses on and invests their money and time on entertainment. We have an entertainment-driven culture. And so as a result, there are people who come to this country who can't speak the language, and when they hit the ground running, they're not looking to be entertained. They have an achievement-driven life. They have things that they want to do. Our favorite book says, herein my Father glorified, that ye bear much fruit. But most people, they get a job, they raise a family, pay their bills, and then one day they die. And they don't make a difference. They don't make their mark. They're not building a legacy. A few people have that kind of mindset. And so that's why when I'm speaking, I'm saying over and over and over again, because in life, you know, faith comes by hearing and hearing and hearing, that you've got to be hungry, that you have greatness within you. MIT did a study. The study indicated, if I said, Raven, you can't do that, then someone else has to come along and say, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. 17 times to neutralize that one time. And so we have to repeat over and over and over again the things that we want people to walk away with, that they can sink their teeth in, but most of all, to create the mindset that it's possible and their dream is necessary and that it's them and that it's hard. And if you do what is easy, your life will be hard. But if you do what is hard, your life will be easy.
Wow, man, you just full of those awesome quotes. I love it. I absolutely love it. You know, I often wonder, maybe
I'm full of all these quotes and can't just find my telephone. What's wrong with me?
I know.
Oh,
somebody needs to invent something. I think they may have a cell phone finder or something.
Yes, I don't know. They just tell you it's in the house. I know it's in the house, but I don't know where it's I wish I had an app to say, well, it's in the drawer. It's under the couch. Something like that.
I have put mine in some strange places. So go back to some strange places in the house and you'll probably find it.
You're right. I look at the freezer, the refrigerator.
Absolutely. Les, I wonder if you can help me with this because I've often wondered, and I've had some of my clients ask me this too, Why is it that we dream of things when we're young? Like, I told you I used to sneak to the local radio station. You might even remember WJMO in Cleveland, Ohio.
Absolutely.
And I snuck there for 13, but it took me 55 years old before my dream found me in the ICU unit of the hospital when I was waiting for my mom to get well. Why did it take that long? Because I wasn't meant to spin records. I was meant to interview awesome people like you and God's plan, not my plan, or just curious. What's your thoughts on that?
That's one of the mysteries of life. I believe that everything happens in the fullness of the time. I was looking at television the other day, and they were talking about the millions of dollars that many of the stars are making today. And I paused for a moment, and I thought about when my talk show was canceled. And at the time that it was canceled, I had $5 million. But I was disconnected from myself. I spent more time preparing for the show than I did in my ritual of getting up in the morning and listening to motivational messages and journaling and identifying the goals that I was working on. And so I stopped doing the things that got me to that place. And I thought, thank God that it did not come through as it was scheduled and positioned to happen because of the fact that I would not have been able to handle it. I've come to know that when your achievements outstretch and go beyond your own sense of self-worth, you will unconsciously engage in self-destructive behavior. I remember coming to the studio in New York City, and I had a chauffeur, and I had a condominium there, $7,500 a month, and security guard. And I remember looking around the studio and saying, this is too good to be true. Something is bound to happen. And it did. Thou shalt decree a thing that shall be established unto you. And so I began to doubt myself. I took a hit. My mother was diagnosed with breast cancer. My best friend Boo died waiting on a liver transplant. I went through a divorce from Gladys, someone that I loved very much. I took so many hits. I was parked and knocked out on my feet and didn't even know it for a long period of time.
You guys just heard a taste of what we talked about. We go much deeper. We're going to bring him back next week. But I want to just kind of thank you guys for tuning in. And sorry about the difficulties in technology. You know how that is. Anna's not being able to join us on camera, and Les too. He lost his phone, so that's kind of what happened with him. So he couldn't come on camera. He wasn't in that situation. But I always say, get the damn interview. Don't worry about the things like that. Whether it's phone or on camera. You guys know that I teach this. Get the interview. And I was just so excited. I hadn't interviewed him since 2008 or 9. Early on in my years. So thank you, Les. I know you'll be listening to the replay of this. And so, guys, we're going to close out now. This is a Talk Show Maven Tonight Show. You've heard Anna Scheller, Queen of Sales Mastery, also award-winning talk show host on my station, Amazing Women of Power. This is the Talk Show Maven Tonight Show. So there's Anna Scheller. She will be back next week, and we'll have the second part of Les Brown next week. So you guys stay tuned. We're going to go ahead and go off now. And, hey, we'll see you next week. This is Raven, the Talk Show Maven, Queen of Interview Marketing and Conversion. And I'm just excited to be here. I love doing what I'm doing. I love helping other people to do it. And I love getting these amazing interviews that you just cherish having a conversation with Les Brown. So we will talk to you guys later. We're going to go ahead and play a quick commercial.
Are you tired of leading prospects to the close only to hear them say, it's too expensive, or I need to talk to my partner? Want to know how to confidently close more sales for your business without being pushy? Anna Scheller, host of Sales Mastery on the Amazing Women of Power radio station and author of the book Black Belt Selling, can show you how. She's helped hundreds of entrepreneurs understand their sales system and make more money. Black Belt Selling is a tailored coaching system to equip you with the mindset, process, and know-how to generate more leads, set more appointments, and close more sales with confidence. To find out more, book a free 30-minute consult by going to her website, www.annascheller.com, and click the Book a Free Consultation in the corner. Just go to annascheller.com and book your free consult today.
You have something special. You have greatness in you. Hello, this is Les Brown, encouraging you to listen to Raven, the talk show Maven. She will bring out your greatness. She will motivate you and inspire you to live your dreams rather than your fears. If you would like to learn how to do talk shows or interviews, make sure you call on Raven, the talk show Maven. Why? Because she knows it. She can teach you the ropes. She can bring out your personality. She will teach you the things that you need to know that will accelerate your success. Make sure you call on her, Raven, the talk show Maven, if you want to learn how to do a talk show or interview people and all the things you need to do to become successful. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Be sure to join us next week for the Talk Show Maven Tonight Show for more interviews, celebrity news, and business reviews, along with a whole lot of fun and surprises. Live each and every Thursday at 7 p.m. Pacific. If you would like Raven to help you create a powerful and profitable show around your passion or heartfelt message, simply give her a call at 800-431-0842. That's 800-431-0842. You can catch all of Raven's popular shows by going to facebook.com/TalkShowMavenLiveTV. See you next week.